Yes, I want to read a poem called Her Horse Steps Proudly. I'm sure you're both familiar with like pictures of old Roman era statues of carvings of Epona. She always looks so serene and almost like passive,
Mhm,
very meek. You know what I mean? Just like,
mhm, mhm.
and kind of the opposite end of the spectrum from like those wild women on the Celtic coins. Naked, boobs hanging out, riding a horse naked, really looking very alive and wild. So this poem is kind of about that contrast, but it's also about, in the story of Rhiannon, how she appears and I mean, she's beautifully dressed and, all of that, very together. But it's like the horse, although it's walking, it can't be caught. And I always feel like just boiling under the surface of that very serene, well-dressed lady is the other, the warrior, the naked female rider. So this is kind of about that. Her horse steps proudly, a palfrey, smooth walking, saving from spillage the basket of bread she carries, saving her hair in its respectable coif from disarray, from any hint of wildness. She seems to be a matron, tamed and civilized, berobed and harmless, her sweet, benign face placid as she sits modestly aside on her level-headed steed. There comes another rider now, shining like the sun she is, her face a thousand beauties. All the long history of her boils under the surface of that countenance, like sun and clouds before thunder. Her horse is walking too, its energy barely contained. Together they remember a time when they galloped naked and careless, when horse and mother and God were a feeling, not a liturgy. It's called For Epona. And this is a recent poem, something I see in my mind's eye sometimes, a kind of symbolic image, I guess you could say, of a mare's big round belly. And I see that belly as being the world. And there's some other imagery in here from a vision I had one time of Epona, where in part of that she was a woman in a long green cloak. I look up at the belly of a pregnant mare. She is my mother. I watch a woman in a long green cloak walking through the trees. She is not a woman. She is a mare. I sit on a black mare as she walks me home. She is not a mare. She is the cosmos. I touch the shaggy, grassy pelt of the earth. She is a horse. I gaze at the placid face of the moon. She is a goddess. I embrace the swollen belly of the mare. She is the earth. I listen to the woman in the green cloak. She speaks of rain and energy. I weep for the black mare who carried me. She does not desert me. I lie among the shaggy, sun-warmed grass. It shelters me. I sing to the face of the silver moon. It offers me healing. I caress the belly of the pregnant mare. She is all things.